What's good, y'all? I got this new lens, guys. 7.5 fisheye. This thing rocks. I literally haven't taken it off my camera ever since I got it. And it's just like, dude, it's just so fun. Like, look at this. Like, the width of my hand is probably like dude, I'm like right here. Today, I just wanted to kind of just talk about what my plans were for 2026. I kind of talked about like 2025 already. How that excuse me, kind of talked about 2025 and how that went for me. And we're in a new year, and sorry for the hiatus. It's what day is it? It is currently January 12th. So like 2 weeks into January already, and I haven't uploaded because I won't even lie, your boy's been feeling down in the dumps. And but the mental is coming back. And doing this, like I was literally taking pictures for my thumbnail and just like getting into the mood of just creating always uplifts my spirits. Like I just throw in an AirPod, playing some like hype music, and then I just get to creating, and that always helps me out every single time. And so what I was gonna do today is I was just gonna sit y'all on my desk right there, and then I was just gonna talk about what my plans were for 2026 while y'all just sit and watch me edit my YouTube thumbnail. So let's go. All right, y'all. So as I said, I'm just gonna be talking to y'all while I edit for my YouTube thumbnail. I think the bad thing about a fisheye, I'm sorry, because like I just got this like not too long ago, so I'm sorry if I'm like out of focus a little bit. Yeah, as I said, I guess for all of 2026, I'm just really wanting to like just explore my creative side and just see really where that can take me. And I've always seen people on social media, like especially like the beginning of 2026, I'm seeing people that barely have like any followers, like just starting to post on social media. And that's just really like encouraged me to just go out and just start just like posting. And I know that like posting alone isn't really going to do anything. And I feel like today with like social media and stuff, you really have to do things that grab the attention of just the viewer in general. And so one thing that I was thinking about actually was like how kind of easy it was to just post back in like the mid to late 2010s, so like 2015 to like 2019. One example that I can think of is like Emma Chamberlain. I didn't watch her, but like a lot of her, for some reason, like a lot of her old stuff is coming up on my like social media, and it really got me curious because it would be like typical vlog style, like talking one-on-one with like a viewer almost, and like minimal editing. She'd throw in like a couple sound effects like here and there, and that's kind of like really all that it took. And I feel like today with everyone and their short attention spans, you really have to do things now to really grab the viewer's attention and like retain their attention. And so, because like the things that people are doing now on social media, like that's things that movies were doing at one point, with all like the crazy like effects and whatnot. That really just goes to show like how times just have really changed. And, I'm really grateful for like social media and where it's at now, but sometimes like I don't know, like I'm not like the best editor, and I'm trying to learn editing. I'm not the best with like effects and stuff. I'm having to get like all my stuff, like buy sound packs and stuff like that. I'm not good at like creating my own stuff like that. And so from someone that's creating starting from, the ground up, it can be really difficult to like find my style while trying to also like please the viewer kind of. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Like I want like I'm and that's also like a good thing as well, because like I'm finding out what my style is. I'm finding out what my style is. I'm just navigating this whole like social media stuff, and it's just like I have a vision for like what I want to get out of social media. Like I already have a vision of what I want, but I think it's just like I think it's just like a matter of being consistent, continuously learning, and really trying to find things that I can do that I like while also trying to please like the viewers. Because I know like people will say, oh, you're your own brand, you can post whatever, and you will garner an audience that likes you for who you are. And I think that's true, but at the same time, like we're in a day and age where you have 3 seconds to grab the attention of a viewer. And if that doesn't work, they will just scroll on to the next person, and it just becomes this cycle of trying to please like the viewer. And that's where that's a lot of that's something that like even big companies that post on social media, that's even something that they realize now. And so now I really want like it's of course it would be a dream for this to work out, like I wouldn't want to be doing this for no reason, and doing this while also like working a full-time job, like it can be hard. And also like one thing too is like in the realm of social media, like there is such thing as luck. Like every single post that you post, I post, anyone posts is almost like a golden ticket, and it's just a matter of what the algorithm wants to push and what it doesn't want to push. I think like it's possible to just it's possible, and with a bit oh my goodness, I'm stuttering over my words, with a bit of consistency, like all of this is possible. And I know if like keep on putting in the work, then something eventually will come out of this. And so, but I'm obviously not just gonna bank on like just bank on this entire thing like working out. I like, because I know like there are people that will just quit their job and do this full time, or will just chase this dream, and without any without any that like thought or doubt. But I I want to keep my safety net of my job and having like a continuous stream of money. I know there's like people out there that they have like other things to rely on. They can afford to just drop everything and just pursue content creation, like if they really wanted to. I'm not really in a place to where I could do that. It would be nice, but I think I can pursue this while also having like my job. So I think like it just I'm just finding my style. I'm just finding like what I want, and then I can also look at like the statistics, like what's something that I did that other people liked as well. And an example that I'll use is like my birthday video. I think one thing that really drew in the attention of like the viewer was, one, the thumbnail, and two, the I guess like the title. And I think that's like obviously on YouTube, that's one of the things that will first grab the attention of the viewer, because I know you can like scroll and like sit on the video and it'll like play like the first however like minute of the video or whatever. But initially, it is going to be the thumbnail and the title that grabs the attention of the viewer on YouTube too. And just going on like a little bit of a rant, or not a rant, but just like what my whole thought process is when it comes to this YouTube stuff is just I think I would like to pursue YouTube more than like Instagram or whatever, because I know like with Instagram and TikTok, I think it's possible. Because like, okay, I'll use an example. Like I also like photography as well, and so I could use like Instagram Reels or TikTok to like grow like my photography if I really wanted to. But in pertains of like lifestyle, I would like to use YouTube for that really. And so I think it's just that's kind of where my whole mindset is. And also I thought of like I also thought of like making a separate account for my like YouTube clips as well. That's like a whole different thing, but yeah, I'm gonna bring this into Canva real quick. I don't know how to use Canva that much, so if I can work on Canva and talk at the same time, that's great. But I might have to pause and like show the final result at the end if I can't figure out how to work it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we're back. I had to look up a couple of YouTube videos on how to do this actually. I didn't know Canva was really like that. But I have this vision in my head for like this thumbnail that I have. It's going all right, but but yes, let's continue. I think overall, like I've said, like I have this vision of just like what I want for myself for 2026, and really that's just exploring my creativity more than I ever have, than like any other year. Because I think last year, like that's where like I kind of tapped into it a little bit. That's when I started YouTube. That's when I started just like really kind of like activating like the creative side of my brain, for lack of better words. But I think now it's just a matter of continuing to exercise that part of my brain and just continuing to learn and to like just apply the things I learn into this content creation stuff. And like whenever I get paid, I'm gonna buy the pro version of DaVinci Resolve, because I think that will definitely like level up my creativity game. Oh my goodness. And with that, I'm just gonna look up YouTube videos. I'm gonna practice and apply it to just like whatever I do. And I don't know if like any of y'all have heard of this creator, but Joel Roack, I think that's his name. I'll plug his social media, but whenever it comes like creating on social media, he's one of like the people that I enjoy watching and one of my inspirations, because he kind of started out the same way, where he was just looking up, like watching YouTube videos about how to just create on social media and how to make like his videos better. Everyone has their own way of doing things, and obviously I'm not gonna copy his workflow like word for word, bar for bar. One thing that I am excited about with this like DaVinci Resolve stuff is that I don't know if none of you are familiar with like DaVinci Resolve or do not edit on DaVinci Resolve, I would really encourage y'all to just go out and look up just like YouTube videos about it, because it's really an interesting way of like you can literally turn like short form videos into just like movies and stuff like that, and just do all sorts of like just different creative just stuff. I hate that word, but I couldn't think of anything else. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, like I said, gonna buy the pro version of that and just look up YouTube videos on how to do things with it. And I think I'm really excited about 2026, but one thing that I will have to do is just remain consistent, because I am someone like, of course I can talk all this big talk about my future and where I can see myself, but none of that really matters unless I put it into practice. And I think I get so caught up in doing that with myself. Like, me and my friends will be talking about, like, oh, like, I can see myself doing this and I can't wait for this, and it's like, none of that is gonna work unless, like, that's not gonna come to fruition unless I put in the work now. So there's really no point in just me sitting here talking about my plans for 2026 unless I put all this just like into practice, dude. And so I think it's just really important that this year I learn, I grow, I remain consistent. I don't know. I won't lie, like, there's a little bit of worry in that too. Like, if I do all this, what if like nothing happens, you know? And so I think that's just, one thing that I'm just, I think that's in the back of my mind. Yeah, this is gonna be the final result. But I'm pretty sure y'all will see it on, y'all will see it as my thumbnail. I think next I'm gonna have to, like, screen record my screen so that y'all aren't having to watch me from like the side. But I think that's gonna be for today, man. I'm really, like like I say, I always enjoy making these videos. It's so fun, and it's just like a way for, not like, I guess, like an escape kind of. And so, just putting my mind to something, just something useful, growing, learning things and applying it to these videos and just creating them for just other people. Dude, I'm like trying to find a way to end this video, but I can't. I can't. I'm always so bad at like just trying to find ways to like end videos, but yeah, I mean, that's really gonna be it for today. I hope y'all like this style. I'll have to like zoom in a little bit because like there's like a little bit of a glare, like right here. You can see like whenever I move my hand in and out. But thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.